Hello, welcome back to Rolling Solo. My name's Adam Smith. This is the next episode in the skewed perspective scenario. And as you can see, our Craig Hart's a little surrounded at the moment. Our Tinker is up in the corner, doesn't have as much attention on him, just a hound. But we're gonna, I got a trick up my sleeve here. I think this is gonna work, and I think this is gonna get real nasty, and I like it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick our cards. I've already gone ahead and shuffled things. That null card we got last is gone. Thank goodness. And the card I just saw in my hand in the Craig Hart's that I've never really used at the beginning before is a nasty unstable upheaval card, especially when you're surrounded like a scenario like this. Not only is it at 13, which will hopefully put me in a spot where I'm going really early in the round, but if you look at the attack, it says attack 3, target all adjacent enemies. And as of right now, he's got 4 of them. And if I'm attacking with a 3, it's not range, it's not disadvantage. That's a huge attack. Now on top of this, yes, I could wane down the leaf element and get a range in order to hit this this hound over here. But what's the benefit? Because at the end of the day, that turns to a ranged attack, and then I'd be disadvantaged for all these. Now I want you guys to know, and I'm sure you do, that this ability right in the middle of the card is a separate choice. You may consume an element to gain this after the colon there, kind of that ability, and gain that extra experience. So you don't have to do it. So what I'm focusing on is using this card to get the attack 3 and just put an insane amount of damage. And then on top of it, it says all adjacent allies suffer 2 damage, right? So I mean, my allies are good. They're not close by, so this is a perfect time to use this card. It's going to put a whole ton of damage on them, and I'm also ready with my retaliation to really finish them off. This is going to be a crazy attack. I'm really excited for it. Now the other thing I'm really excited for is bundling it up with this thing. Now actually I can't do this because it does say it's ranged, and that would have been really cool, but there might be a card that can work with the Tinker. Oh, if I could combo something with a Tinker, that would be even crazier. So anyway, let's put the 57 back. If I do a crazy attack with the Craig Hart, I need a card that goes early still, but also heals. That would be kind of the best option per se. I guess the question would be is when to necessarily use it. I don't know. This is going to be kind of interesting. I've got a whole bunch of Tinker cards over here that are somewhat nasty. What should I do here? Well, I don't know. It's just really hard. And it's hard because this is such a powerful attack. It seems like something that would really help me out. But at the same time, it seems like it would be complete and utter death if I went ahead and did this. But it might be worth it. It might be worth it. So, this is scary. Okay, so let's go with it. Healing. We do need healing. So let's do a heal 4. No, I don't need that. Never mind. Oh, wait. All adjacent allies and enemies suffer damage. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is an amazing combo. I could just move 1, 2, come back, and every one of these guys get hit again. That's insane. Okay, yeah, I'm doing that. That is a combo I like. Okay, so that's the Craig Hart sorted out. We're going to put an insane amount of damage on these guys. Now the question is for the Tinkerer, can we do like an area of effect attack that would be really nasty on the cultists to clean up anyone that's still alive? I could use my volatile bomb, although it might not be the best time to do it. Let me think here. Healing wouldn't be bad. I could heal my Craig Hart up, but he's only 2 damage right now, so it's not really worth it, per se. I don't know, the attack 3, you know what? In order to get rid of these guys, it might be worth it. And we don't know where the hounds will be, but they'll probably be in the same spot because they're close to people. Everyone shouldn't move, really, from their standpoint, even if they end up going early in the round, because they'll just probably likely attack us. So this is okay. 61 is good. That would be a really strong attack. Do I have anything that can boost? I think I used the card. Yeah, I did. I used the card. No, I didn't. Where's the card that boosts enemy? Oh, sorry. That's right underneath of it. I'm embarrassed. Shoot. What do I do here? That's not bad. Attack 3 is definitely a good card as long as I don't pull a null. That would be terrible. Now, if I'm going to do attack 3 from range 3, I'd probably end up targeting the 2 cultists, and from 3, so 1, 2, I could target this. I would hit both of these guys. We're going to even hit these guys. Do I have any push? I don't have any pushes. I would love to push the hound here, but that's not going to work. Okay, so I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do this. I just need something on the bottom now, essentially. So maybe what I'll do is I'll use some movement to get myself kind of on the other side of the board over here. So I'm closer to get out the door. So I'll use this, 62. So I'm not really going early per se with the Tinker, but that's okay because my real main attack is the Craighheart. So here we go, let's pull. So Cultists, you're going to 31. So that's okay, it's in the middle. That worked out all right. Hounds, 26. Okay, so the Hounds are going at 26 and they're going to, let's see here. That works out pretty good. So we got the Craighheart going first, that's okay. So we'll see how this goes. This actually might work out the way I wanted to, hopefully. So we're gonna go ahead and do this for... No, let's just do our crazy attack first and see what happens. So we're gonna do our insane attack. It's called an unstable upheaval. Attack 3, target all adjacent enemies, and basically we lose this card. But I think it's gonna be worth it, I hope. So I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna hit this one first. We're gonna go for the number 2. It's gonna be a regular attack. Now this is where I'm going to use my eagle eye goggles, guys. Why am I using this? Because I got this crazy ability that says during your attack gain advantage on the entire attack action, which is everything happening in this round is going to be advantaged, right? Because why not just make sure that every attack turns out good, or at least more chances of turning out positive. So let's go ahead and attack this guy with an attack 3. There's nothing else I can do to boost this other than what I just did. So we'll just go with it and see what happens. So I get to pull 2 cards for the number 2 cultists. Oh my goodness, so good that I just used those eagle eye goggles, guys. Insane, okay? And there we go. So +2 and he's muddled. So we're gonna go ahead and put a muddle on him, even though I don't know if that'll matter or not. And sorry, this immobilized, that should have come off in the last round, but he was hiding back there and I couldn't see it. But it should have come off once he moved. Actually, you know what? He wouldn't have moved at all. So he would have, shoot, where was, rats, where would he have been? Oh, that changes everything. I don't remember where he was. He moved up forward. He was back here. Yeah, he moved forward. So he should have been, where was his starting position? His starting position was right next to the door. So he would have been, the door's here. He would have been here. So he's here actually. And essentially one of the attacks that came through and took a damage off of him actually didn't hit him. So this actually doesn't, the attack I just made actually is inflicted upon this guy because I'm kind of going around in this kind of order. And on top of it, this guy never attacked last round. So essentially the 1 damage I took for that goes back. So there we go, and he was immobilized, but now he's no longer immobilized, but he hasn't had a turn this round, so he's still there for now. So I'm only hitting 3 now. I'm not hitting as many as I was going to hit before, but now my attack is focused on this guy. So number 1 actually gets the +2, +3 is 5, and it goes straight through anything he's got because he does no ability to block it. And he's number 1, so it's going to put him up to 5, 6, 7. Perfect. So he's right in that range where if he attacks me one more time, he's going to die. That's awesome. Downside being, it looks like there's going to be some healing going on, so that's really bad. Ouch. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do the next one. So the next one is going to be an attack on this guy. So we're going to go ahead with the Craighheart. He's going to attack this one here. And again, it's advantaged because of the eagle eye goggles. Sorry about that little mix up there, guys. I wanted to make sure I clean that up. Nice, we got a rolling modifier, so we have to continue with this one because this was an advantage. So we get, this is the push. So we're actually going to end up shoving him back after the attack. Oh, nice, ×2, that's beautiful. So we get ×2 on our 3, so it's going to turn into a 6 on... well, maybe that's not bad, actually. That's actually not good. But at 6, you'll see why it's not good in a second. So 6 damage is going to go through, which is, it sounds good, but the downside is I'm pushing him. So essentially, this is the number 3 guy. Sorry, I want to make sure I put on the right one. So there's 6 damage on number 3, so he's got a total of 7 as well. But then the downside is I got the push ability. Now, I'm just going to take a quick look here because I think I can choose whether I want to push or not. Like I can actually say, yes, I want to shove this character. So let me just make sure, because I'm pretty sure it says, the target's forced to move, the hex is specified by the attacker, but each hex Place further away. Let's see. Just want to make sure. Yeah, attack effects are applied regardless of whether the corresponding attack does damage. Yeah, so these attacks happen whether you like it or this happens whether I like it or not. So that push is effective because it came as part of my attack in the modifier deck. It says I'm pushing, so I have to push. So he is going to get shoved back to here, but he is muddled for his next turn. Oh, sorry, that's not that guy. It's the number 3. So number 3 is getting shoved back too. So he's here. All right, wow, okay, now moving to the Hound. So the Hound's gonna get attacked, and he's getting attacked with attack 3. I'm pulling 2 cards for the Hound, +1, that's not bad, and a +1. So we'll essentially take the +1, so it's 4 damage on the Hound. The Hound I don't think has anything on him yet, but he does now, so he's got 4 damage on him, and he only needs 8 to be hit. The downside is he has Retaliate, so he is gonna bite me back. He doesn't like me, so he does hit me back for 1. And that's essentially it. Now, I'm not doing anything else with that card. All allies suffer 2 damage adjacent to me, but there is none. I do get the 1 experience right here, and then this card is lost. So it's going to disappear into the lost pile, but I get to bump this up to 1 experience. All right, so there we go. Also, yeah, that's pretty much it. Then we're going to go ahead and do this one. This one says move 2 and all adjacent allies and enemies suffer damage. So things got a little bit wonky here because everything got shoved around, and I had accidentally put this guy up here when he was immune and shouldn't have been able to move, or immobilized and shouldn't have been able to move. So he's supposed to be here. This kind of messes up my plan of hitting everybody again really harshly. But I can still hit 2 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to where the cultists are because I want to still continue to hit them good, because they're the ones closest to death. So I have one cultist number 1 and cultist number 3 have 7 health each, or 7 damage, and they need 9 to be killed. So I'm just gonna go 1 and 2, and by landing here, it's gonna hit both of these guys. I'm also getting closer to the door, so we get a damage on each of them, it gets them closer to death. So 1 and 3 have another damage on them. Now, and the other good thing about this is that when they attack me in the next turn, regardless, they're going to get killed. So it really doesn't matter. I'm just kind of getting myself closer to the door. And we also bump this up to the strong column. And my Craighart's turn is done. Oh my goodness. Did I make a mistake again here? Shoot. Oh, no, I didn't. No, never mind. So I went with a 13 on this attack. That was really early initiative. The Tinker, though... Oh, good. The Tinker hasn't gone yet. Whew. I was like, why? Where is the Tinker's cards? Did I go with him already? I hadn't. Thank goodness. Whew. Okay, sorry, guys. So Craighart had gone, first one of the round, and now the Hounds are going to go. So the Hounds are a move and an attack. They have a movement of 4 and an attack of 2. They're going to try to get close to whoever's closest, and this guy's already on the Tinker, so he's good. And this guy's going to move here to get close to the Craighart. They're going to attack me. The first one's going to attack me with a 2. So this guy, he's coming out the Tinker with a 2, and he's going to go ahead and flip the deck to see what he gets, and it's a 0. So that's going to be 2 damage that the Tinker has to take, and I'm okay with that. I'll take that damage rather than losing a card. Let me think about this. Okay. And then we're going to have the other Hound, which is this guy right here. He's going to go ahead and attack as well. He's going to attack the Craighart, and he's got no modification there and just a regular 2 attack. Ooh, 4. Ouch. Okay, that hurt. I don't like that. Wow, that was not fun. So let's just take that 4 damage, even though I don't want to, because I'm not going to lose a card for that. I am going to retaliate against him, so I'm going to move this up to the track. I don't get an XP for that. It's next turn, but I do get to hit him for 2 back. So I didn't like that attack he did against me, so I'm hitting him back for 2. And now this number 2 Hound has 6 on him, so he's very, very close. And also, just so you guys are aware, when I retaliate against him, his retaliate doesn't trigger. It's only like, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't go back and forth, you know, over and over and over again until someone's dead. That's essentially it. Those are the 2 Hounds, so they are done. Now we're going to go to the Cultists, who are next in line. And the Cultists are going to do something really annoying. They're not going to attack this round, and that's what's kind of painful. They got a negative movement, so they're going to move to try to get as close to... So when you have a move on a monster ability card but not an attack, they're still going to try when they're melee characters to get as close to their target as possible. So what's going to happen is This cultist is going to move. He's going to move -1 off his 3. He's still going to try to get close to me because I'm the main target, and I also went first in the round. So number 2 is still going to try to get here, but the rest of them aren't going to move because they're already adjacent to me and they're happy. Now what's going to happen is a heal, and they're going to heal from range. Now, this is where things get really, really bloody confusing because they're going to heal and they're all together, and I need to read this. So it says a heal X ability allows a figure to return X hit points to either themselves or one ally within the ability's range. Heals are always accompanied by 1 or 2 labels. Range, so means, okay, so essentially this, and when you're talking about a monster in terms of healing, it says monster healing functions exactly like character healing as discussed. With a heal X ability, the monster will heal themselves or an ally within the specified range, whichever has lost the most hit points. So it says, the monster will heal themselves or an ally within the specified range, whichever has lost the most hit points. Okay, so we're going to do this in order so we do this correctly. So number 1 is going to trigger first. He's going to heal 3. Is he the worst off individual? He's equal to number 3. So I'm going to say he's healing himself. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to heal 3 wounds off himself. So now number 1 is done. Now number 2 is going to go. Number 2 is going to look and say who's worse off. It's going to be number 3 who's worse off and within range. So he's going to heal number 3. This is not turning out so good, guys. They're healing themselves back and it's driving me crazy. And then number 3 is going to go ahead and heal, and he's going to heal the one that has the most damage, and both are damaged completely, so we're going to heal himself when there's an equal amount, because that makes the most sense. So basically everything that I just did got absolutely hammered and destroyed. The worst part of it is they didn't attack me this round, because if they had, they all would have died, or at least a whole bunch of them would. But that's essentially it, so that's really too bad. So that plan went down the toilet real quick. And the muddle, of course, comes off this character because no attack was done, so that doesn't matter anymore, it's gone. And we've now done both characters, everything's done, and the only thing left is the tanker. So the tanker is looking at this situation and going, what in the heck is going on? Needs to help me out here and potentially put some hurt on these guys. Now, the weakest one, sorry, is number 1. Thankfully, that's within the Tinker's range here, so I could pin the number 1 character really quick. I do have a movement, excuse me. I do have a movement and an attack 3, so I from a range of 3, so I go 1, 2, 3 would actually allow me to hit this character here. So if I do an attack 3, that's actually not bad. That would be okay. I do have a movement afterwards, which I could use for something. I just don't know what yet. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the attack 3. Yeah, let's just see if we can get lucky and kill them off, because I really want to focus on getting rid of these cultists. So we're going to do the attack 3. We're doing it from here. We're shooting number 1 because he is the weakest cultist. It is the Tinker doing the shot. Please give me something high. Okay, possibly that something good could happen from this. So we've just muddled him, so now he's not going to be as effective next turn if he attacks. Give me something good. Oh my goodness, you cannot be muddled twice, but we just keep going. +1, okay, so we got a 1 on top of the 3 is 4. 4 on the 5 is 9, guys. We got it. So the Tinker did it. He ended up killing off this particular cultist. He is dead. So we drop a coin. Thank goodness. We got one of them off the board at least. There we go. So we can put those in that pile. Awesome. So that's his attack. Now he's got his move. So for his movement, it probably just makes sense for him to come close to the door. 1, 2, 3. So we're ready for the next turn. Okay, and then that's essentially it. I use these for regular movement, so both of them are discarded. And that is the end of the round. Everyone's gone now. The weakest character right now is probably the... oh, shoot, let me see here. Let me see. So when the cultist was here and he healed, could heal anything within this region. Oh, I forgot about the Hound. So I think what would have happened actually is he would have healed the Hound instead of the cultist. So I'm going to take... Sorry, guys, I'm just cleaning this up because I totally forgot about the Hound. That's got way more damage than the cultist. I'm going to take 3 off the Hound and put that 3 back on the cultist that had the most damage, which was this one. Because the Hound would have had a total of 6 and the cultist would have had a total of 6. And at that point, we can choose which one they heal. So I'm choosing to put it on him. I'd forgotten that the Hound actually had 6 damage, so this now squares it away. So this cultist actually still is pretty hurt. I just totally forgot that he can heal. He heals anything within range, of 2. So he could have even healed this Hound if he was hurt, but he's not. So anyway, that squares up everything. We should be good. We're going to wane things down. We're not going to short rest on either side. Sorry guys for a little bit of hiccups there, but we got everything squared away. There's a lot to track in this game. Like, it's very, very easy and hard when you're soloing this to at times to remember absolutely everything, and on top of it strategize, while the strategy goes to ruin thanks to amazing cards such as muddle and modifiers and nulls and all kinds of good stuff. So you never know what's going to happen, but that's what makes the game so much fun. So anyway guys, hope you guys enjoy. Please hit the like button if you do. Please subscribe if you've never subscribed before. That would be awesome, and you can join in the journey as the channel continues to grow. And I thank you all for watching, and until the next episode, keep rolling solo.